Good morning, everyone. Nice to see us all up and at it. I do apologise again for the slight mix-up and posted or scheduled a session in the wrong account. It's Thursday. So with today, all we're going to do is we're going to call out the answers for yesterday's maths assessment. And again, just to re-emphasise, all I want you to do is try to get used to sitting at the time, because it's usually about time management and getting used to sort of just being at pace for the exam. So whatever score you get, but just use it to try and beat. So we're going to do maybe another 3, possibly 4 of those by the end of June. So you'll have 3 or 4 more of those to try and just beat your score. And if you can do that, then that's perfect. That's all we're looking for. Okay. I'm just reading the comments and stuff. All you need to do is, to get the most out of it, is to set the timer, try your best, try it all on your own, and then once it's done, just, if your time is up after 45 minutes, draw a line and draw a line under it, and then if you need help with any of them or anything like that, then you can get parents in and they can help you out. Okay, and that's fine, Jay. Yeah, saying it. It's more just I was making sure that those people that I sent it back, because what I've done is I've tried to share a document to try and get you in on the document as well, so we can both kind of edit it together if needs be, rather than having this copy that keeps passing back and forth. Okay, so I haven't done that too often, so I was just making sure that when I did share it with those people that you actually did get it. Okay, so I'd say that's the height of that. Okay, so that's that. So if you have your maths assessment from yesterday and you're ready to mark it, I'll whiz through the answers and then you can find out how you done. Okay, so let's get started. Answers then for yesterday were okay. Number 1 was 924. Question 2, answer 476. Question 3 was 3.1. Question 4 was 75. Question 5 was 5,628. Question 6, answer was 438. 438. Question 7, answer 45. Question 8, the answer was 6.712. 6.712 for question 8. Question 9, the answer was 108. 108. For question 10, I will accept either 2/3 or 4/6. So either 2/3 or 4/6, whatever you give it as. Question 11, 490. 490. Question 12, answer 43. Question 13, the answer was 756. Question 14, the answer was 3,153. 3153. Question 15, the answer was 1,300. 1300. Question 16, the answer was 7/10. 7/10. Question 17, answer was 350. 350. Question 18, 110. 110. 110. Question 19, the answer was 71.8. 71.8. For question 20, the answer was 34,562. 34,562. Question 21, answer 17.2. Question 22, answer 762. 762. Next answer was 15.88. 15.88 was the answer for 23. Question 24. Answer 635,464. So the digits were 635464. Question 25, the answer was 1/15. 1/15. 1/15. Question 26, worth 2 marks, was 855. So if you got that, give yourself 2 marks. 855. For question 27, answer was 238. 238. Question 28, answer 20 1/4. 20 1/4. 29, answer was 11/12. 11/12. 11/12. Question 30, answer 257. 257. And again, 2 marks for that one. Question 31, answer 1/8. 1/8. 1/8. Question 32, answer 22. Next question, answer was 44,016. So that's 44016. 2 marks for that one. Question 34, answer was 1 14/15. So that's 1 14/15. And just saying J there was 2 marks. 2 marks for question 33. 2 marks, should say. 1/1 Moving on to question 35. Question 35, answer was 65. 2 marks available. 65. 2 marks available. And last question, question 36, was 2 ninths. 2/9. 2 ninths. 1 mark. And the whole thing came out of 40 marks. So 36 questions, but 40 marks were available. Okay, and I think each of these that I have lined up are all 40 marks, so it's a really good way of just seeing how your scores keep going. And each week, the style of the questions are the same, so you'll always have the same style of questions, and it's all that arithmetic we've spent all year on. So hopefully you find that easy enough and the scores are all good enough. I say, if you want to share, you share. If you don't want to share, if you've got a private message, that's fine. I say, all I want you to try and do is just do it for yourself and just try and get better and beat your own score. If you're doing that, you'll be flying. Okay, so that was that. I did ask, awesome. Not bad, guys. Not bad. That's very good. Super. Really good. Yeah, really good. Awesome. Yeah, that's amazing. They're all up in there. In 75% and over. Really good. Flying. Super. So, yeah, that's absolutely fantastic. So you have your scores. Say just next time, try beat it. All right. I will discuss next week tomorrow anyway. Okay, there'll be a bit of change of plans. Anyone with brothers sisters maybe have heard the plans, but we'll change that. So I did ask in the morning there, was there anything this week we've spent revising multiplying and dividing? So just multiplying and dividing, okay? So the multiplying and dividing is what you've been revising. So I'm going to give you each topic. You'll cover about 4 topics maybe between now and the end of June. And it's just little ones just to brush up on, ready for next year. So is there anything that throws you off? Long division, multiplying decimals, any of those types of things that you would like help with? If not, I'm just going to do basic multiplication and I'll do 1 long division practice with you. So, or even if you use that assessment and see, was there anything in it, like whatever you lost the marks on, did it fall under multiplying and dividing? And if so, then I can try and go. Fractions. Do you want to know fractions of amounts? So like find out what 1/4 of something is. fractions and ratios. Yeah, we're going to have a week on fractions and ratios, so don't worry too much about it. But if it's fractions of amounts, then it falls under dividing. Ratios, slightly trickier. I would need a full lesson, but let me pencil that in, and not next week, but the week after, I will do a lesson on ratio for you. Okay, so I'll do a whole lesson on ratio, not next week, but the week after. And same with fractions, then I'll pencil it in, and we'll do a full thing on fractions. Okay. Right, well, that's it. I'll jump in with 2. But I think we're really strong at this sort of style of stuff, so hopefully we'll be fine. So if you have your whiteboards, we won't really need to get warmed up because you've just marked an assessment, so your brain should already be dealing in numbers, okay? So let's do a quick one just to get ourselves going. So we have 4,236, and we're going to multiply that by 43. So 4,236 multiplied by 43. I want to give you about 20 seconds. See, can you do it? Okay, so let's have a look. On this one, all we're doing, we're multiplying by two digits, so it's a 2-digit number multiplication. So let's start with the units. Always start with the units. 3 times 6, 18. 8 down, 1 over. 3 times 3 is 9, and 1 makes 10. 0, 1 over. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 makes 7. And 3 times 4 is 12. And I can write 12 down. Again, when you're doing it, you're keeping everything in its column. Okay, so units, tens, hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands. All right. Moving over, when you go multiply by the second digit, okay, you're going to multiply everything across the top by this tens number. But this 4 is a tens number. So to make it a tens number, you start with a 0 down below because there's 1 0 in 10. All right. So this is now 40. So 4 times 6 is 24. So 4 goes down. My 2 goes across. And because I'm on to my second digit, any number I carry across kind of goes up this imaginary level. Okay, because that way I know what I'm adding. So anything on the second level up must be the second digit. A third digit would be like a third level up. And that way everything's nice and crystal clear. All right. So 4 times 6 was 24. 4 times 3 is 12, and 2 makes 14. 4 times 2 is 8, and 1 makes 9. And 4 times 4 is 16. There is nothing left, so 16 can go there. Alrighty. Now, last step, add them up. And again, if you've kept everything in their nice columns, it should make life a lot easier. 8 and nothing. 8, 0 and 4 is 4. 7 and 4 is 11. 1 down, 1 across. 9 and 1 is 10, and 2 makes 12. 1, 6, 1 is 8. 1 and nothing, 1. Answer for this one, 182,148. 182,148. All right. I'm going to try one more. You're going to try one more. But this time I'm going to throw in hundreds. Okay. So just remember the rule. Ready? Try it on your whiteboard. You've got 3,721. Multiply that by 246. So 3,721, multiply it by 246, 246. It'll be 15 seconds, see how much you can get through. You may not get all of it done, but try to get as much as you can in 15 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's have a look. I say, don't worry if you haven't got it done. It's more if you knew what you were going to do, that's the key bit. All right, don't worry about the time. It's so long as you know how to do it, that's the key bit. Ready? 6 times 1, 6. 6 times 2 is 12. 2 down, 1 across. 6 times 7 is 42, plus 1 makes 43. 6 times 3 is 18, 4 makes 22. Okay, moving on. I know multiplied by 4, this is a tens number, so I'm going to put 0 down to hold it. Then 4 times 1, 4. 4 times 2, 8. 4 times 7, 28. 2 there, 8 down there. 4 times 3 is 12, and 2 more makes 14. Multiplying by 2, this 2 is 200. There are 2 zeros in the hundreds number, so I put my 2 zeros down to make it hundreds. 2 ones are 2. 2 twos are 4. 2 sevens, 14. 4 goes down, 1 comes across, and there it is. It's up onto the third level, so it's nice and clear. Ready? 2 times 3 is 6, plus the 1 more makes 7. Ready? Last step, add them up. And remember, when it comes to adding, my tip is always to leave this space here so that any number that you bring across, you can make it full size, so it's not like this little tiny one that you miss. Okay, so 6, 6, 6, 6, there we go. 2, 4, and 0, there's another 6. 3 and 8 is 11, 2 makes 13. 3 goes down, and there's that 1. And there you see I can make my 1 nice and full size. I'm not going to miss it even if I'm working quickly. 10, 14, 15. I wonder how many of you lost marks by going really quickly and losing this wee small one. Okay, so when those ones are nice and full, you won't miss them even if you're working quickly. All right, answer 915,366. 915366. Alrighty, so that's that one. So that's for multiplying. You should be good at. If my number, well, I do. There's 2 in this level that I just want to do. Okay, so these are 2 more levels that we have. This time we have a decimal up here. There's a decimal in this number, and there's not in this one. Okay, so 3 times 5 is 15. 5 goes down, 1 comes across. There was a decimal there, so you drop your decimal in place. 3 times 4 is 12, and 1 makes 13. Answer is 13.5. So if the number has a decimal, up, and you just multiply it. Over here, my number is 13 multiplied by 6.14. Multiplying by a decimal is a bit more trickier. So if it was the case of this, what should I do? I should actually just swap them around. I'd multiply 6.4 by 13. Okay, because that way it's easier aligned. Okay. If however you want to multiply it by the decimal, which you may have to do, if 2 numbers are both decimals, you will need to multiply by a decimal. If I'm multiplying by this 4, that 4 is tenths, so any of my answers will actually be back 1 space, okay? So don't just drop it down as a units, it would actually drop down and go back a place. Let's have a look. 4 times 3 is 12, so put 2 back the way, put your decimal in place, and bring it over. 4 times 1 is 4, and 1 makes 5. Okay, so my answer is 5.2. That number is almost half the size of 13, and that would make sense because 0.4 is very close to 0.5, which is a half. All right, so make sure that's 5.2. Alrighty. So there I multiplied by a decimal, and that was the trick. If it's a tenth, my answer drops back one place. So rather than being 52, it's 5.2. Okay. If I multiplied by a number over here, my answer would be back 2 places. Ready? So I've done that. Now I'm on to 6. 6 is a units, and units we're well used to working with. So 6 times 3. 6 times 3 is 18. And 6 times 1 is 6, and 1 makes 7. And then add them all up. And that answer is 83.2. Okay, so I said you can do it this way or swap them over. But if two numbers are both decimals, you will just have to learn to multiply by decimals. All right, so that's multiplying. You've looked at multiplying by 2 digits, by 3 digits, multiplying decimals, multiplying with decimals. That's 4 different levels, all of multiplying. Okay, hopefully we're fine at them. If not, that worksheet that I've given you on Monday is filled off revision at the start, where it's just reading. You don't have anything to work out, you just need to read it, and it shows you kind of what to do for each of them. Next up, we're going to do a bit of division. I'm going to jump straight in at long division, and I'm just going to pick a number, let's say 14, and let's go 2, 8, 3, 9. No idea how well this number is going to work, so let's have a look. I'm multiplying by double digits. Our strategy and our tip, okay, our tip was if we multiply by 2, if we multiply by 2 digits, then we make a reference list of that number. So this is 14, so we get 14, 28, 38, 42, 56, 70, 84, 98. Keep going for another couple just to make sure. 4 is 102, 112, 126. And I can stop there because that's 9 times that amount. So I can nicely stop there. Alrighty. So here we go. 14 into 2 doesn't go. 14 into 28 goes twice. 14 into 3 doesn't go. 14 into 39 goes twice. Should have put my 0 there because it didn't go into 3, so I put my 0 up, carried my 3 across. I get 2 more. From here, I can either give a remainder or I can try go into decimals. So let's try go into decimals. And we'll add a couple of zeros on there just to see how it works. All right. So into 39, I was left with 11. 110. How many can I make in 110? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can get 7 amounts, which is 98, and I'm left with 12. So 12 goes over, makes 120. How many can I get in 120? I can get 8. And I'm left with 8, which carries over to 80. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 over there is as close as I'll get. So this number would just keep going. I've gone to 3 decimal places. I could probably cap it at 3. Otherwise, I just have to keep adding in zeros and then keep working my way down through it all. Eventually, I'll probably come to an end. All right. But if you're multiplying by double digits, the trick was make your reference list. And if you make the reference list, spend a couple of minutes on the reference list, making sure all your numbers are right, then the division becomes easier. You have much, much less to hold. All right. So you had 202.785, and it would just keep going. Ideally, if you ever did get a question like that, it would say to cap it at 1 decimal place, 2 decimal place, or 3 decimal place. All right. So if it said 2 decimal places, there's your 2 decimal places, 7, 8, 5. I'd probably round that up to 7 or 0.79. Okay, if it was to 2 decimal places. All right. So that's dividing by double digits. Okay. Then the next one was what happens if you divide by a decimal. If you divide by this, I'm not going to work this one out. I'll just tell you the rule. 3.5 into 415. And again, I don't know if that number will be very nice or not, but if it's 3.5 into 415, you can't just divide across the way with this 0.5 because it doesn't work like that, because that 0.5 is less than 1, so your answer should be more than what you started with. So if you're asked to divide by a decimal, the trick is make both numbers bigger so that the other number doesn't have it. So in this one, this has a decimal here. Okay. The number in here can have a decimal. That's totally fine. But what you're dividing by cannot have a decimal. It's too tricky. So if it's in tenths, we need to multiply both numbers by 10 to get rid of that decimal. So we'd have 35 and we'd have 4,150. Both of those numbers are 10 times bigger. And now I have no decimal, so that will actually work, and it's back to 2 digits, long division. So make your reference list and then carry on, see how you do. Okay, so if your number that you're asked to divide by has a decimal, try get rid of it by multiplying by 10, 100, 1000. Alrighty, and that's that one. Super. So that is that, guys. Tomorrow there won't be myself on YouTube. Instead, you've got a reasoning paper that I have planned for you. So the reasoning paper is where you're going to put all of those arithmetic skills, but you're going to have to apply them into sort of word-based problems. Okay, so you just have to read a bit better and be a bit more of a detective. Okay, the arithmetics are nice and straightforward because you're told what to do. In the reasoning, you have to work out what to do. All right. So, but you'll be fine at that. And again, it's just getting yourself a target and trying to beat it. All right. Yeah, I have some people's English are coming back, which is super. Keep working on them today as well. The science is up there. I say if you can do the first task, brilliant. If you have a look at the first task and you can't do it, you don't have the equipment or anything, or it's just too messy, that's okay. Drop and open up the worksheet that I attached and you can try the worksheet instead. Okay, so guys, we've done very good revision there. We've had loads of multiplying, loads of division examples. Okay, any other questions then before we go for today? I will be on Google Classroom if you need me. It is actually no Zoom today. We may pencil in maybe a Zoom tomorrow afternoon, depending on how well I'm getting on marking all your assessments and the old reports as well. Okay, so guys, if you can, just keep working on that English, get your final copy through to me that you're happy with, and then I can add it onto the pile. Okay, if you have any pictures to go with it, take a picture of them, email me the picture, and then I can try and drop your picture into your work. All right, and if you haven't sent me anything, then you can just add it in. All right, well done, guys. Really well done for getting on. Okay, have a nice day.